Alright, so, you guys ready for this?
I don't know what to be ready for.
Oh no.
Speaking of, welcome everyone to another episode of Nerdstrodamus. I'm Dr. Pence.
I'm Lambo.
I'm Punk!
And I finally got these two to play Doki Doki Literature Club. We're playing the Plus version that just came out on the Switch.
Guys, all characters in this game are over the age of 18.
It is.
So it's just so you know, there's no underage.
Just so I know.
It is technically a dating sim.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love dating sims.
All right.
Yeah.
It's also a psychological thriller, horror.
Okay.
But they look so cutesy.
It looks adorable.
Oh, yeah. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience. Well, I'm out. I'll see you guys.
Wait, but it says may not. There's a chance you will.
We'll be fine.
Would you like to review detailed content warnings which contain spoilers? No! You guys will be fine, right? You agree that you have noted the game's age. I agree.
Okay.
There's a lot of...
There's a lot of forewarning here.
Yeah.
Listen to that!
I'm so confused.
What? What? Oh man, that music just... So, before we get started, I do want to show you guys that Mrs. Dr. Pants actually made a themed treat for this experience. You guys ready? You guys ready? She made kitty cupcakes.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, can we see that on the screen there?
Yeah, kinda.
Just show.
Yes.
She made kitty cupcakes.
Cupcakes.
Are they filled?
No, they're not filled with anything. They're just chocolate.
Are we doing things to kitties?
No. You'll see. It's nothing dangerous. So if you guys want to take a cupcake and eat while we do this, we can.
I have a beard, so I'm get all over me.
Yeah, I know. We all have beards, so we'll enjoy these after.
Yeah. We'll have some celebratory.
Yeah, but so you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this. Please enter a name. Well, I think
We're always Dan.
we're always Dan, but we are actually a man named Dan this time, or a boy named Dan.
Well, that's at least
A boy named 18 and older. Boy.
Yes.
named Dan.
Someone's gonna have to voice different things here.
Hey!
I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school on days like this. You guys know the drill, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. She's gonna chase after us and just sigh and idle at the crosswalk.
I overslept again! But I caught you this time.
I'm really happy you're playing Sayori. I just want you to know that. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Dan.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have to have it in you to be mean, even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori.
Is that foreshadowing?
What, foreshadowing into what?
Is he gonna be mean?
No.
We're on our way to school.
We are on our way to school. The streets become increasingly speckled, blah, blah, blah.
By the way, Dan, have you decided on a club to join yet?
Boy, guys, I think I know what club we're gonna join.
Is it like a Yu-Gi-Oh club?
A club? No, it's a literature club. It's the title of the game. I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
Yeah, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of the many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. This sounds a lot like us.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, maybe this is the perfect game for us to play.
I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize and how many skills you've worked on.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's getting too real. Is this why they warned us?
Maybe. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. I know you're happy now, but I died the thought of becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. What's a NEET?
Yeah, what's a NEET?
No education, employment,
Something.
training. Basically, it's someone who
They failed their Japanese tests?
they stay at home and just like play games.
What about those tests in Japan?
Yeah,
like if you don't pass them?
Like the entrance exams in the college?
Yeah.
I want to be a neat.
Punk, I think you are pretty neat.
Oh.
That's you.
Oh,
Yeah.
you trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want me to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sarah wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the class while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought,
Know what?
well, that you would come to my club.
Sayori,
Yeah?
there's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie!
Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please!
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I was bringing in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Oh, cupcakes!
Oh, cupcakes.
Yeah, see? They're themed! Don't make promises you can't keep. Can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's cunning as to...
Oh, she's cunning.
She's so cunning as to have planned. Yeah. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
As well.
Yes! Let's go!
I mean, there's cupcakes. Why shouldn't we go? And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake.
Oh no.
No, it's fine! It's just a figure of speech. Why are you so worried? I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, new member is here.
I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room.
Oh, I'm girl one.
Sure.
Hold on. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori's always nice. Wait, sorry. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Sucks that we're in a literature club and we can't read what's on the screen. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Dan, what a nice surprise! Welcome to the club!
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyways, Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Smartest.
Wow,
Yes. Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right?
Who's Monica?
Oh,
Oh, you're Monica.
that's right! That's right! It's great to see you again, Dan! Games. Sorry.
For anybody who's played this game before, I hope you're enjoying the voices as much as I am. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica?
Come sit down, Dan. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well?
I love that Punk's the only one trying to do like a higher pitched voice. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over, blah blah blah. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil from the tray. Fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats!
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, so they...
There's a thing.
Yeah!
I tried to ask, why is there 4 of them? Are we expecting?
No, we brought an extra one for Dr. and Mrs. Lambo.
Okay, I just didn't think maybe there's like a ghost or something that's supposed to show up.
No. Well, there's 4 girls, 4 cupcakes, but actually it's because there's 3 of us and her.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, didn't want to leave her out.
Hand me one of them so that because it's described exactly as it's made. Yeah, describe it.
The whiskers are drawn with icing with little pieces of chocolate, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. And this is you.
Oh, so cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica and I follow.
It's delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good! Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything.
Oh.
What's that? Tsundere? It's that trope in anime. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you. Not for, you dummy. All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. We have tea. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Oh, that's still me. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that,
No.
Oh, sorry.
I meant that,
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me.
So what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year?
Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd rather much take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard, convince people you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Why don't you flex while you talk?
I feel like I'm Terry Crews from Idiocracy.
Oh, I've never seen that. So.
No, well, I'll have to do that.
Literature power!
Yeah.
We'll do our best.
You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
Oh, sorry. So Dan, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, how about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you?
Sorry. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Are you guys doing okay? You keep laughing at some of these lines. Are you good? Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, They dart over to me for a split second. Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
Okay, so I want to point out that it is important that we learn all this for the actual mechanic in the game.
Okay.
There's a mechanic?
Oh, so we have to like appeal to each of the girls with the kinds of things we write?
Right.
Okay.
So depending on which girl you are focused on, there's a thing where we write poems and we have to pick out specific words that we think would appeal to those girls.
Okay.
So by learning what they like, we know which one to go after. So you guys are going to have to decide which girl you want to go after. Mm-hmm. At least this time. What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give it back!
Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! She averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet.
I'm still confused. What do you mean this time?
By what?
You said this time. Okay,
there's
I'll carry on.
endings.
I'll carry on. Okay. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing at the level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
You have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share here. Or share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I want to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. And then next time we meet, We'll share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us get a little bit more comfortable with each other and then strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Dan?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Oh, hold on, there's still one problem.
Now, what's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But...
I'm sorry. I thought...
Humph!
Dan...
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Alright, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club! One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey,
You really did scare me for a moment.
if you really just come for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Now that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.
Dun dun dun! Like, aw, thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Dan, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Dan, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay.
Let the two of us depart the club room, make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me.
Let's write that poem.
Alright, okay. So we're going to write the poem.
Mm-hmm.
Pick the words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever your poem, or whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, now you'll notice...
There's three of them there.
Right. Monica is actually not an option. Yeah. But,
Go for Yuri.
You want to go for Yuri?
Yeah.
Alright, so we know that she's into horror, psychological stuff, and, like, fantasy. So, of the words that are here...
I'm feeling vertigo and misery. What do you...
Okay, so
I was thinking Fester.
Oh, Fester's good too.
let's go with Fester. Now, if we pick one that the girl likes, we should see a reaction.
Okay.
Okay. Then we have to do 20 total words.
So these words go together,
Okay.
or are they just
These
words?
are probably like.
It's so
Yeah.
we actually will never read our own poem.
Oh.
It's just kind of like a instead of like in a normal dating sim where you answer questions about
Right.
the girls to appease them. It's more this kind of. Okay. So of these ones.
Unending.
Yeah.
Okay.
Parfait. An unending parfait.
You're not making anything. It's just so.
I don't know. Now, will they bounce when you hover over them too?
No.
Just like a little. Okay, that's just a random.
I mean, if we're going for Yuri, I would say insight probably.
Yeah, because
She seems more internal and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depression.
Oh, that was not what I expected.
Oh. Fear.
Fear.
Pink.
You want to do fear?
That was weird too.
Yeah.
Are all the girls really messed up?
Disoriented. No. Agonizing.
Here we
Okay.
go.
All right.
Cage.
You want to go cage?
Yeah, go cage.
Okay.
I mean, fantasy or a tone.
Well, she did say she liked fantasy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Judgment. Or defeat. That's
Judgment.
good. That worked. You'd massacre or marshmallow? It's like...
Let's go massacre.
Sadness, anger, or disaster. Or entropy.
Entropy I was going to go with.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, graveyard's pretty...
Hopeless.
How hopeless, too.
Want to do hopeless?
Yeah.
Hurt.
Hurt?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
What? What?
You guys should
Existence.
be... Okay.
Ooh.
There we go. Okay.
Good call.
Punk's getting it. Punk's getting it. Wrath?
Wrath.
Keep in mind what you've picked and how the girls have reacted. So which one do you think would be the best one for Yuri?
Oh.
Maybe the word that's going to get our video suppressed?
Can we blur that one out?
I would go with daydream or wrath. Okay. See, I don't know if death would really go with her.
Yeah, disown? Or anxiety?
What about swimsuit? Death? Dream. Which one do you guys want to go with?
She likes these worlds.
Yeah, dream's fine.
Yeah, just do dream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so we gotta do 4 more. Or 3 more. I'm not sure which. I think we're on 17. Okay, of these. I would say philosophy because she seems... Okay.
I thought that said excrement.
Landscape.
Landscape? Good call, good call.
Misfortune.
Poof. Definitely not her. Misfortune? Oh boy. Ambient. I'm thinking ambient.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure we appealed most
To Yuri.
to Yuri. We got a little bit of Natsuki and, weirdly, a lot of Sayori.
How you getting, Dan? Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. While I'm back at the Literature Club, I was the last one to come in, so everyone is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Stan. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a committee for you.
Commitment.
Oh, sorry. I was reading too fast. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. See, you already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Manga is literature!
I don't know.
Can we do the hashtag manga is literature?
Manga is literature. Is manga literature? Should we have that discussion?
You're the English teacher.
Is Zelda an RPG? I mean,
Get out! I've already lost that fight anyway.
yeah. So sorry. Don't worry, guys. Dan always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
Sorry.
Sorry.
You two are really good friends, aren't you?
Are you laughing at Lambo or what's going on here?
It's Lambo.
Alright.
Oh, I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Dan can become good friends too.
Sayori. What are you supposed to do when it's just the 3 dots? Like when... just, as usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know.
Oh, wait, Sayori.
Me?
Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind.
Sayori?
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
Guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gestures from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
All right. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention. Well,
Yeah, it was a backhanded comment.
Yeah.
and we could, discuss it if you wanted.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. So I want to point out that because of what we did, we're now going to spend more time with Yuri. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sinks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Gosh. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was so focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just reading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you just gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when you stopped at the bookstore... Oh, sorry. When I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... Oh, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about, anyway?
Well,
Portrait of Markov. Alright.
okay.
There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Dan?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. Except we didn't. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just those things... Sorry. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy at what they believe in.
You all right there, Lambo?
Yeah.
All right.
Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
Ah, that's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book. All right. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry.
Okay, this is weird because it's Punk and I.
Is it?
It's weirder than when we were dating pigeons.
Sorry, I should be.
No, it's okay.
It's not that I don't want you to.
You don't want to play with your long hair like she is nervously.
Sorry, my beard. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
Open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read.
Not creepy.
It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over.
Glance over.
Oh, God. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
So sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
See, isn't this nice? We got a full image of us reading with Yuri. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same thing with my right arm. That way, I turn a page, Yuri slides it under her thumb. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. God.
Are you ready?
Eh?
To turn the page.
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Sorry, it's just like stabbing you across constantly.
It's alright. So he's like stabbing me constantly?
Well, because taking jabs at you, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. It's probably the least I could do. Since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, just letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? Oh, how does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
We remain silent for a moment.
But, Dan, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her.
Oh no.
That's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were so self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri exhales.
Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Is she an English teacher now, or what? All right! I stand up, make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf, torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same. Okay, so, who should I show my poem to first? I would assume you guys want to do Yuri since...
Yeah. Do we have to show it with everybody?
Eventually we do, yes.
Okay.
But who you pick first is...
Okay, we might as well do Yuri.
Yeah. We wrote it with her in mind.
Yep. Seems so experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion.
I'm gonna take a bite of my cupcake.
Go ahead.
Is it filled with something?
No.
Oh.
It's not filled with blood or anything.
Okay, it's just a cupcake. It's a chocolate peanut butter cupcake. It's made with the blood of the innocent. No.
Exceptional.
What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
Hi. Ooh. Do I read that?
No.
Okay.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So... what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imaginary and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Imagery.
Imagery.
It's fine.
It's not in school, I'm not gonna bug you.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly.
Well, I know that. I just meant...
Yuri trails off. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Why don't we pick the character that I had to read?
You guys did it.
Yeah, that's true.
It was me.
I think the most notable... You just wanted to eat a cupcake. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter. And they form fit the two together.
Okay, let's let's.
You don't want to talk all the literature stuff?
Did you? We gotta get to the good stuff here.
Particularly.
Yeah.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a single poem. If you go too fast,
I love that.
And building them, get them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things.
Is all this-
I've said a lot of those things.
I was gonna say, like, it's
Kids before. Wow.
I
That's
also
funny.
hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback.
So here's the question: Did we pick the wrong character? should Lambo have been Yuri?
No.
Natsuki can be a little bit biased though.
Biased how?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Trouble in paradise.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Oh my.
The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calms breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back.
So can we ask you, like, as an English teacher, what do you think of this?
It's fine. Okay. It's a little pretentious, but it's good.
Well, yeah, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it's such a terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Hasn't she gotten it through her head that, like, we doze off and we don't pay attention?
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Eh? That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
No, not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild.
Okay.
Something easy to digest, I suppose.
What did I just eat?
It's people! Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
I mean, what?
That's literally what I said to you.
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Dan.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all.
Yep, Dan's stupid.
But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work.
Okay, yeah. Now I'm starting to like.
Let's just...
Okay.
Yeah, let's just...
Lingering in the remaining pages of time of the past, as soon as there be nothing left.
There's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
Eh? It's just nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
Do you think people are actually watching us read? You
While
know-
watching our videos?
Yeah.
Don't we read?
I was very nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Dan.
Me too.
I don't know what that means.
Do you know what any of this means? Who should we
Sayori.
Sayori? Okay.
Yeah. This is a good poem, Dan. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that
I
good.
heard a little bit of Monica come up.
Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really just happy you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
You're getting a weird desperation in your voice. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See, it's like I said before, Dan. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
All right, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. It's just... Here, take this because I'm gonna eat a cupcake. Sayori.
Did I say A? Yeah.
This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't just answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still try my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school.
That's Dan.
Oh, no, sorry.
Even though you're
fine.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This is so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
Next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I definitely look forward to it. Fine.
Delicious.
That's really good.
Might as well go Monica. So you're not reading two characters with that whole cupcake.
I was gonna say Natsuki. So, yeah.
Hi, Dan. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Of course. Oh, no, of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just...
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Dan. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? There's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Dan. I was gonna say ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writings that's full of imagery and symbolism.
Uh-oh, she knows.
Unlike Sayori, who's using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it.
Okay.
It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It could take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
I don't think we'll ever feel comfortable.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you.
What's wrong? Are you not comfortable? Because I'm perfectly comfortable with this.
Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everybody else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very... Did they all say that?
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Oh, she's obviously putting on a thing. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then.
It couldn't have been me. See, the direction this spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now, I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Oh, I see.
What does this mean?
So what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. That kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines when performed out loud, so it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I was kind of had an epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that.
An epiphany, if you will.
Yes. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. So just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, it'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today.
Is that good advice?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. It's a literature club. I figured we'd ask the English teacher.
Thanks for listening.
Maybe Monica was the right person. All right, now we gotta do Natsuki, so it's just me.
Well, I'm gonna have a cupcake.
Go for it.
Cupcake time.
Dan, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid.
Oh no.
Do it.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
I like that one. It's simple.
No.
No?
It's bad.
You don't like it?
It's bad.
You're such a Natsuki.
I am a Natsuki. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write a poem about that. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Whew! I guess it's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I end. Excuse me. Across from Sayori and Monica. Blah, blah, blah. They're gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Dan did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Dan liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Why'd the music change?
Because there's conflict.
Okay.
It sounds more like a circus than conflict, but it's cool.
Well, it's supposed to be cutesy still.
Maybe you're just jealous that Dan appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Oh, snap! She's throwing shade!
Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Dan started showing up.
That's Natsuki!
Natsuki, that's a little... It doesn't involve
you.
Oh, sorry. I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly both girls turn towards me as if I've just noticed they were whatever.
Dan? She's trying to make me look bad?
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective,
Simple writing usually is more effective.
then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Dan.
Wait. There's a reason we have to have so many deep and expressive words in our language. Does sound like a circus. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and the meaning and meaning them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Dan?
Well? Lambo, you want to put that up somewhere?
Yeah, sure.
So that way the real cats...
She's not going to mess with it.
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably they'll think more highly of me. So of course it's going to be Yuri, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Did I hit the wrong one? Oh. Sorry. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting their feelings into it and becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry.
But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized.
Can't.
Bagel thief.
She's fine.
She had her face in it!
No, she didn't. No.
I can sense these things. Yuri apologized. Don't you think that you should too?
She clenches her fists. Again, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. That morning, Natsuki snatches her poem up from the desk and storms out. She crumbles up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash.
Natsuki. Truly didn't mean to do that.
Across the room, Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair.
Sigh.
Does anyone actually say sigh? It's more of an action, isn't it?
Nope.
Alright. Everything alright?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No, Yuri! How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Dan. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now.
It's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So...
Eh? What thing did Natsuki say?
Well, never mind that. I'm just gonna make some tea.
Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. Just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Dan, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. Well, in that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better.
There you go.
Sorry, I keep forgetting. I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, we'll be able to impress someone.
Dan? Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
Oh, no. This was the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. Dan, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think that everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
Sigh. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. Pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, I'm gonna put this upstairs.
Okay. Yeah, you can put it in the fridge.
Wow.
You want us to write the poem without you, or wait?
We should wait.
We should wait?
Yes.
Okay.
We need his knowledge. So pause.
Oh yeah, because it's the pause sign, the 2 lines.
I'm gonna go pee.
Good luck.
Or you can leave this in. I don't care.
So, how's everyone doing? We enjoying the video? Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that as we have this intermission, where it's just pants time. I really got nothing to say about this. I just hope you're enjoying the nice music. Hope you're enjoying the commentary and the voice acting. Lambo's back, so we just have to wait for.
I mean,
Punk now.
we're gonna cut this all out.
What? Why? Why?
Because it's dead space. No one wants to sit through this.
It's not Dead Space. It's Doki
It's
Doki.
Dead Space.
It's Doki Doki Literature Club.
Dead space.
It's not Dead Space. You're Dead Space.